well. So if I do the get, and I do get 21, get 21, get 22, get 23, get 24. So what I've done is, I believe that these are the 4 fixtures that are in the ceiling, and I've just told the system I want to load these into the pat pad, and they call it a pat pad because you touch it with your finger, and it will tell you what these specific things are. Like the first one is pan, then tilt, then cyan, then magenta, yellow, and color palettes. So if I wanted to access the pan of this, I touch the first little window here, and again it's the same way. I can do it with my finger, or I can do it with this. If I do it with the wheel, it's very small increments. That one seems to be really delayed in its receiving the signal, and that one I don't seem to be having any at all. Now, this one is
turned that one on yet?
Well, it should be on unless it's just not powered on. That was what I was trying to figure out a minute ago. Unless there's another one up here.
Right. I think
so let's see. Let's go one more over and see. So we're going to get 20. See, that's not one of them. But 21 is, because it comes up. Let's see if 25 is. 25 is not. So it's got to be these 4 right here. So one of these fixtures we just have no control over. So let's pull them up one at a time. That must be upstairs. See, these things are running crazy right now. So we're not actually, I don't think these are actually assigned to that in the playback. So let's go back to playback and see what happens. See, these are already recorded scenes. And that is playing something that it ought not to be playing. So let's clear all and see what we got here, because we got to figure out. That's what I was saying a minute ago. Instead of recording, we'll figure out what is actually controlling what, because I don't know what's been changed from when we first installed it.
Is it maybe? Remember you a second ago before we recorded, you grabbed a group. We grabbed a group of them and turned them all off.
Yeah, I did 21 through 24.
Is it maybe just that one hasn't been turned on, or that's the problem? You can't get it to control.
Yeah, I'm not controlling it at all.
Oh, I gotcha.
That is definitely the issue. So if I go to control and I do a reset on all of them, let's see what happens.
Sure.
That should pop all of them.
There it goes. Now it's on.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bingo. And just while we're in between here, when you grab 4 of them, do you do?
I did the first one and the last one, and it grabs everything between your figures.
Okay.
Or you can do get 1, get 2, get, just like that. So either way works.
Gotcha.
So let's let this thing finish its deal. This one is concerning me a little bit. This one seems to be doing more right. It should end up in a home position when it's finished. But that one seemed like it had some sort of a macro running on it. We'll know here in a second.
That's what I also meant, is when we reset all, is it possible that it's still going through a reset process? Or should it not take this long?
It doesn't take that long. But if they end up in the same spot when they're all done, we'll know it did it right.
I'll go out front and let me squeeze it. I'm gonna go out front and look to see if the ones upstairs are still spinning.
Okay. Well, that one's done. No, it's still on. That's a breaker.
Probably can't see him. They won't be able to see all that green. There we go. They're on the catwalk.
Well, just the fact that they're all still moving shouldn't be the case. Now that one finally stopped. Or I said it did.
Both of them still.
I saw that one up there doing something. It still looks like they're running some sort of a macro. Alright, so let's take the program.
That one's on the right side and that thing getting the light out.
Did they finally stop yet?
No.
Alright, I'm going to lamp them all on, so we should see some lamping. Yeah, I did a lamp on, so we should have some lamp on, but I don't understand why we're getting all these.
Can you turn the green ones off?
Says no.
Can you turn the green ones down?
Well, they're stored in some kind of preset that is weird. Yeah, but
We don't have no color.
we're not seeing the lights run though.
You're still trying to see if the ones up there in the catwalk is on. Which ones are?
Okay, well I've got control of them now because they're both doing the same thing. They should all be going up and down. One's up on the top. I'll point them back at me so I can see. I can see that the lamps are on, but I don't know why I'm not getting. Okay, good. Let's see if we can. Alright, I'm going to open the irises here. And
Same position, the two on the bottom are. Are they all in the same position? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're all in the same position now.
Alright, so if I go, I'm going to do a pan. Are they all moving? Okay, alright, so we still don't have the lamp on.
Upstairs, to my left, your right, the screen is flashing on and off.
That means it doesn't have any DMX or the bulbs burned out.
I'll let you look it up high enough. I didn't realize those things was way up there.
This is what's weird to me is why we're not getting any light out. I've got them all on now. We should be getting some light from pulling these up. Because I have control of them. And I was looking to see if something got inadvertently turned on that's blocking them. See, the shutter normally is a problem. Like if the shutter's on, shutter closed, shutter open. See, we should be seeing light right now with these up. But I'm not getting any light still. I don't see anything in here that is indicating a problem. So let's see if the shutter's on or something of that. Shutter reset, so let's try that. I hear it doing something. But I could see the lights were on. But I should be able to see the light over here. That was what's frustrating.
It should be near blinding us.
Yeah, I mean, it's pointed, definitely pointed right at us.
When it turns on, we'll know it.
Okay, and so when I press home all, they all go to the starting point. So we have control. We're just not getting.
Correct.
We're not getting the lamps on, and that's what we should be getting. When we bring this up, they should be coming on, but instead we're running a bunch of presets. So let's go back to here into wide mode and see if we get something. Ah, there we go.
That's the top ones.
Those are the top ones. All right, so now we're getting something. We're not. We still should be getting the bottom ones, which we're not.
The one on the left is on.
Is it? Okay, all on now?
Yep, all of them.
Good, we got them all on.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah, 1, 2, yep, 4.
Alright, so what I had to do was I had to go back to the wide mode because we did store these on the bottom line. Okay, so if you got it on, I was going to say we'll walk back through that process again.
Okay.
Now that we have them on. Okay, so in order to grab the moving lights are stored on 21 through 24. If you want a single moving light, you can pull the fader up on the single moving light, press the get button, press that particular light, get and that particular light, and you'll know you have control over it when the menu comes up and this says pan, tilt, cyan, magenta, yellow color. Now in these, whichever one of these you touch, you can touch them with the buttons that are flashing over here or touch directly on the screen. If I touch directly on the screen, you'll notice that it changes to numbers, and now I can either use the wheel, which will make very minuscule changes, or I can use my finger, which will make large scale changes in what's going on with it. And I only have that one fixture. So if I want to grab a group of fixtures, I press the get button, I press the first and the last at the same time, and it will grab all of those fixtures. And now as I give them, you should be able to look at your fixtures out here and see that they are all on, and I do have control and they're all moving the same direction. So as I'm moving them this way. Now, I'm going to do this since we're talking programming. I'm going to go to an open page that has nothing in it. So let's go to 9 and 9. So at this point there should be nothing on it. So we're going to create a scene. I'm going to show you how to grab a series of lights, how to make it be organized into something that makes sense, and then store it to a fader handle down here. So we're going to start off, we're going to be in wide mode because at this point we're actually building the scene. Then when we want to run the scene, we're going to go down into the playback mode, which will actually run what we've programmed. So to begin with, we want to be able to control all of the fixtures, and because we have fixtures on the top bank and the bottom bank, we set it to preset wide. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to release everything by doing clear all. So at this point I have no control of anything. So now let's begin making a scene. So first thing I want to do is make sure that there's nothing programmed into scene 9-9. So I hit record, and you'll notice that there's only a couple of things recorded in here, 1, 12, and 13. We're not going to get concerned about those. We're just going to record to open things. So if there is a light lit against a channel, that means something is programmed in it. If there is no light, as in the one adjacent to it, that means we can program something into that handle. Okay, so now we've just flipped the board on, and we're now going to begin programming. We're going to set the board over here into preset mode wide. Now I'm going to hit clear all because I was trying to record something a second ago and I don't want to do that. So clear all. Now we're going to look at the lights, and if I'm not mistaken, what we have up top is going to be the lights that are across the back of the stage. And so I'm just going to begin pushing them up, and then we're going to create some looks here in just a second. Okay, so yeah, these are all still backlights. These are beginning to be the front lights, I think. Yeah, okay, so all of these are the lights that are on the stage. And if you want to pull the camera up so you see currently that they're green and blue out there, if it'll get over there.
There we go. Good enough.
So now if I want to control all these lights, and we're going to